Rwanda Massif, where the magnificence of nature meets the majesty of mountain gorillas. This national park, located in northern western Rwanda, borders Congo and Uganda, and is home to 5 stunning volcanoes surrounded by lush rainforest and bamboo. The park is best known for its mountain gorillas, a rare and critically endangered species, and an encounter with these gentle giants is a moving, unforgettable and life-changing experience. To embark on this adventure, you must head to the park head office at 5 a.m. We left at that time and ended up arriving at 7 in the morning. It is wise to note that you must take a COVID test on site and get a negative in order to visit the gorillas, as they are close to us in DNA and they could get sick also. Now, I'm not really a coffee person, but Rwanda is hugely known for its natural coffee, and this coffee was grown by the women of the field, so I knew it could be trusted. It tasted absolutely amazing, by the way. The perfect kickstart to go and meet my gorilla bros. You are to meet with the park rangers and organize yourselves into a small group of no more than 8. We ended up going in a group of 3, excluding the guards. There are 12 habituated gorilla groups open to tourists, and only 96 visitors are permitted to take one of these guided gorilla treks per day. The cost of a gorilla permit is $1,500 per person, which goes towards supporting the park's neighboring communities and gorilla conservation. When I travel somewhere, everywhere is a vibe. I look at the sky, I look at the grass, I simply appreciate everything. It's a storyteller in me. It was a great feeling to partake on this walk, as we literally got to witness the locals in their element, farming in the fields and literally caring for their land. From animals doing their thing to the beautiful scenes around us. These are the things that make Rwanda special. One of the guides was a sweet young lady in army costume armed with a rifle, just in case elephants or buffaloes were encountered. We had an exceptional tour guide, Mr. B. As you just heard, he's making some gorilla noises. He knew how to communicate with them. Mr. D was very professional and followed the right protocols by walking us through the process of how to meet and greet the gorillas and protect ourselves for when or not if they were to approach us out the blue. Once inside the forest, the hike becomes strenuous, but the reward at the end is worth it. The guides, who speak fluent English, lead you through dense vegetation to steep and muddy slopes using machetes to cut a path. They remain in contact by radio with other trackers who maintain a day-long vigil on the gorillas. As you draw closer to the gorillas after a 90-minute or so hike, you may catch your first glimpse of a majestic silverback, an adult male gorilla named for the distinctive patch of silver hair on his back. Gorillas are close relatives to humans, sharing 98% of our DNA, and are extremely intelligent creatures. It's important to remember that gorillas are wild animals, and although usually calm, they can charge if provoked. To avoid this, you must keep your voice low and avoid any direct eye contact whilst in their presence. They feed mainly on leaves, shoots, and plant matter. The gorilla's diet lacks variety. Large quantities of food are needed to sustain its massive bulk. Gorillas hardly drink water. They get all the moisture they need from food and morning dew. This gorilla right here literally walked up to us and we all froze. But we remembered that we had to get down, not look in his eyes, and let him walk past us. Here he is walking away. Sorry, Mr. Silverback, we don't want no problems. Once you have located the gorillas, you can spend up to 1 hour with them. The gorillas are just like humans. They don't want people in their space for too long. Here is me making sure I capture the gorillas in their best light and shaking away all the fear that I once had. Whilst gorillas construct a nest of leaves to sleep in at dusk, they can be lazy during the day, lounging and observing their surroundings, or simply just playing around and eating. Mountain gorillas are the largest primates on Earth. A full-grown silverback is often double our size and known to be 5 times stronger than the strongest human. They never sleep in the same place twice. It was very funny and interesting to watch the young ones play fighting amongst themselves as the elders watched on with a look like nonsense. They are very protective over their babies. Just like a human mother and their child, we saw how nurturing they were when it came to them, especially when it started to rain. The movie Gorillas in the Mist made Rwanda famous and tells the story of Dian Fossey, an American primatologist and conservationist who lived amongst the gorillas in Rwanda. She fought tirelessly against poaching to save these animals from extinction, ultimately sacrificing her own life for the cause. In 1985, Diane was killed in her cabin in Rwanda. Her murder shocked the world, although her killer was never found to this day. Today, there are approximately 1,000 mountain gorillas in the world, up to 280 from when Dian Fossey died. Sir David Attenborough famously said, "It seems really unfair that man should have chosen the gorilla to symbolize everything that is aggressive and violent, when that is one thing the gorilla is not." This experience with these magnificent creatures is truly life-changing, and I encourage anybody watching this, when you get the chance, to experience this one-in-a-lifetime opportunity in Rwanda.